Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a bracelet tour. As you can see, I have a lot of bracelets here. Well, besides that, I didn't make that. But we have a lot of bracelets here. Bracelets, anklets, keychains. So we're gonna do a tour. Okay, so this very first one, it's pretty bad. It's really bad actually. I don't have it on anything. I used to have it on my lunchbox, but obviously now we don't have this on my lunchbox anymore. I followed with a tutorial on how to make these with this. So the colors are just like not there. Like, I don't know if you can notice, but like the color switches, you can see the red like in between that. So this one was pretty messed up, but I mean, it was my first one, so I give myself credit for even being able to complete one like this. My second one we can see is a bit dirty. She is actually very dirty, very yellow, especially on the white strands, but yeah, this was my second one. I have other keychains, like this one was really bad. This was supposed to be a Polaroid picture of clouds. This is like embarrassing to be like showing, but again, it was one of my first ones. This is bumpy, edges are like curled in. It had a fun situation with an extra string up here. This is another example of one that's kind of like meh. This one I actually got better with my edges, but it's still that really like zigzag. You can kind of really see the rows and stuff. But this one was a bunny. It was for Easter, but this one definitely was a start to getting it more neat and getting it more organized. With these, I have square knots. I made a ton of these. When I made these, I couldn't stop. I was making literally square knot after square knot. Like, there's another one. There's another one. I think there's just like 6 in here. I've made more too. That's not even like the tail end of it. But yeah, there's so much in here. Like, here's another one. This is the string from the Crazy Art kit. This isn't wax cord. All of these are wax cords, and I bought them from Hobby Lobby. But this is the string that actually came with the kit. This was another really cool one. This was my first square knot with the lettering in the inside. Again, this is also one with the Crazy Art string. So they give you enough string to make a lot of bracelets. And then again, like I said in my last video, you can get more very easily at Hobby Lobby, especially making these the wax cord. They're very easy to make. They're probably the quickest bracelet you can probably make. This bracelet, I actually used wax cord and I did a like braided style on it. It was honestly like one of my coolest ones because it looked like ocean waves. You might not be able to see it, but there's like a lighter blue and a darker blue, and just the way I braided it, it ended up really working out the way I wanted it to, so it's kind of like almost an ocean wave bracelet. Alright, so my next bracelet, this is my first chevron. My very first chevron. It is beaten, it is gross. A lot of these are old, but this isn't bad for a first chevron, like, in my opinion. Like, it was there used to be white in here. It looks like it's maybe 4 colors. Like, there used to be different pinks in here, but you can clearly tell there's barely anything left. This was one of my first chevrons with the lettering on it. A bit wobbly, but this was honestly one of my favorite color combos though. I really like what I did with doing like kind of like an off rainbow. But yeah, I really like this one. So this one was kind of like my what can I do for fun. I just got normal like embroidery floss and basically just did a braid. But yeah, this one is kind of just like here. She's just existing. But I really do like this one still because of the colors that I chose. But besides that, I don't even really wear this one much. This was kind of like again, kind of just like a makeshift, what can I do with it, but yeah. This one is pretty cool because I used this with the strings that I got from the Crazy Art kit. It's very bright, but it was very fun to make, and it was one of my like first successful ones before I made one of my first chevron bracelets on my own with my own string. This is one of my other square knot ones. I just found it because I mean I have a huge pile of them. I mean, like, it's pretty messy. Still so many I have to go through, and those are the kind of the ones that I've pretty much gone through. I didn't really do my loom ones because, I mean, I don't really consider those like friendship bracelets. I consider more of just like the yarn ones, friendship bracelets, but I've still made loom ones, so you can see that I've made like beaded ones, it's different designs. I made a loom one, but yeah. Okay, after being a little sidetracked, guys, this is my like kind of ocean theme. I go a lot of like ocean theme colors because I do love the beach. As in my name with tan and tide, I just love summer. But anyway, yeah, so this was one of them. I like the colors in this one again because it just reminds me of the ocean, and it's very quick. I don't like what I did here though. I like didn't put any effort in the end of it though. Here's one of my favorite seasonal keychains. It's an Easter egg. I've made so many like Christmas designs or winter designs. Like I made this candy stripe one. It's kind of like curling up. These are horrible when you like leave them to just like sit. They curl up like a worm and you can never really get them to just like lie flat. But these are kind of two of my favorite seasonal ones. But I have other bracelets, which will be the next ones of my favorite holiday. One of them. Christmas is my second one. Halloween is my first one. But I have made so many, like so many seasonal ones, and I love each and every one of them so equally. Going into seasonal, I have this Trick or Treat one. I've made it last year. Yeah, I made it in the summer last year. And I just love how this came out. Like, just everything was so beautiful about it, and even the end came together so nicely. Like, the colors that I used for the base string were so perfect. Like, I wanted them to match perfectly. But I don't know, I just, something about the lettering and everything, like, is so cool. And it's like a very eerie Halloween bracelet. I just love it so much. So working off Halloween, we've got a little ghost with candy corn. I think this one was really cute. I loved the ghost in the middle. And I also made this last year. This one I kind of procrastinated on for a while, but I ended up finishing it. But I do really like how they did like kind of a glowing effect over the head. The candy corns kind of don't look like candy corns, but you know, the idea is there. I really, really love the snowman one. This snowman one, just so much to it that I love. First off, the angle that the snowman is at, like it's not like any other snowman one that I've seen, is just the head. But just the way they included everything with the depth of the nose and the hat being added, and also just how beautiful the snowflakes are, it just adds a much more beautiful just like vibe to it. Instead of just being white dots, they actually made like little intricate snowflakes, which I really love. But yeah, this was one of my favorite winter ones I've made. My last seasonal one is this Halloween Boo one. I also made this one last year. I made a lot of Halloween ones last year just because I had the time for it and I wasn't as busy in the fall. But I just love the effect of like the letters kind of being offset and even the ghost being offset. It just like really gives that Halloween vibe and stuff. And again, I really like what I did with the end and the base strings that I put underneath. The colors I try and match with most of the colors on the pattern just to make it look more unique. And I also do the embroidered loop, which I'll do a tutorial on in another video, probably maybe the one after this, because I just have so many ideas and I can't even choose which ones I want to do. But I have this one planned first, but you guys can check out the next video, and it will be probably posted within a week or two of an embroidered loop. This bracelet, the colors are again very interesting. I made this one matching to one of the other ones that I showed you guys. It was this one. But yeah, it's the same strings. They were like leftover strings, but I used the instructions manual for this one. This one I also used, it's like you can make it out of like with a cardboard piece as well, but I used my Crazy Art thing, my Crazy Art bracelet holder. But I'll also be making like another tutorial for this specific bracelet because a lot of you guys might be wondering how to make it, and especially if you don't have the Crazy Art kit, how you can make your own cardboard kit for this. This pumpkin design is so cute. You can't really see the white ones over there. They're more of like a tannish white. Oh my goodness, did this spring fall to me. I just love the colors on this and it screams my vibe. I have a very like colored beige niche that I like to go for because it matches my skin well. Like, I don't know if you can see my hands in the video, but I have very tan skin. So just having like beige and just simple colors I love a lot instead of just colorful ones all the time. It looks so stupid right now, but it's for a reason. I have it stretched out like this for a reason. So this is one of the anklets that I've made with like square knot. You literally, with an anklet, if you want to make one, you make a longer strand of string, you do your measurements a little bit longer, but you basically just do the same thing. It's just going to be a longer square knot bracelet, and then I do the this little square knot on the end. This one especially, you can see that I have like a square knot over here, and that's actually adjustable, so I just adjusted it so you can pull it as tight as you want, but it works really nicely, and it doesn't really cause any problems. It never gets stuck usually, because the wax is on the string, so it kind of just helps it slide better. But definitely, if you want to make an anklet, use wax cord. This bracelet I made was with the letters. Now this bracelet is another square knot that I made, and this meaning behind the letters is actually really fun. I did OTAAT for One Thing at a Time. It's one of my favorite music albums. It's Morgan Wallen. So when that album came out, I was like binge making bracelets for the theme of that album. So with that Morgan Wallen lineup, I actually made this pattern, and I have another pattern after this that I also made. It's MW for Morgan Wallen, that I did little whiskey glasses. I was really nervous with making these, so I didn't really know how to make them. You can't really see like how the glasses look because it's kind of blending, the white's kind of blending with the beige. But it was literally like so fun. I was listening to Morgan Wallen too, and I was making this, so it was just setting the vibe so much more. Here's one of my last Morgan Wallen ones for now, because as I'm recording this video, today is the day that he released his I'm the Problem album, so I will be making bracelets for that album. But this one I also made, like I said, I made the pattern. It's Tennessee numbers. And I love how this one came out, just the colors and everything. I tried to match my bracelet to the color theme of the album, which was more a lot of like beige, dark green, golds and browns, and whites, but you know, I just tried to just stick with my theme. So this one's being like really difficult with me. It like won't stay like in the same spot. But point being, I love this one again because of my ocean theme, and hello. Oh my gosh, I put this like down flat. See, there we go. Okay. So it's kind of dirty, so I'll just say the colors if you can't tell. It's more of like a dark blue, light blue, and then I had a turquoise, a very light turquoise after this dark blue right here, and then white, and the white obviously kind of got gross, but I really like this one because I did the ocean theme, and I just love the beach, like I've mentioned like 4 other times in this video, and you probably won't hear the end of it from me in all these videos, but yeah. So this is a stitched chevron that I made with my new embroidery floss. One of the last ones that I just showed was one where I didn't have embroidery floss. It was just like yarn string, and that's why it was so small and flimsy. This one also has been beaten up. I've had this one for I think 2 years now, and I wore it pretty much every single day when I made it. So it's looking brown, like hello, the white is literally turning yellow. But it does not take away from how special this one was to me, and just being able to make one now that didn't like flop all over the place and had the colors I liked. There's more of a newer one where the white is in fact not yellow yet, but I love this one. I did more of like a sunset theme. The colors I used for this were really pretty, and I just love how they blended together, and I liked how I used the white. I feel like if I used any other color, then it would have kind of set off like not a good like sunset vibe. But this was also one of my first bracelets that I did that full embroidered loop. Instead of starting off with something, let me say, like this, and just not doing anything to connect everything, I was able to learn how to do a loop like that, and it made it look so much better. This is a like really funky chevron. I forgot the name of it, but this one was like a trial and error. I don't really like the colors on it, but it was my first time making this bracelet, and I haven't made another one since, and I probably should because this one looks like really bad. But yeah, this one was, I think how long, maybe 3 years ago I made this. So I was still learning. I'm still learning now, but I'm definitely going to make another one of these. Okay, so this one might look like a hot mess, but my kit actually came with like an instruction manual for a pattern that looks like this. It's called a fish something, I think. This is one that I, again, don't remember the name because I made it once and never made it again. But I did more of like a fiery thing because I just felt like the style of this bracelet would look like flames to me. So I was really excited to make it because I wanted to have a cool effect, and it actually came out pretty decent. But I'll probably make this with a different string. I'll have to try and look up like what string would probably work best for this. But I think this one really came out really good. This keychain I made with some of my scrap thread. I forgot what it's called. See, I'm like losing my mind right now. But this one has like the frayed ends, and in doing that, you just start knotting pretty much the same way as you do with the normal alpha pattern. But you leave the string on this side, and then when you end off on this side where you do your last knot on this side, you just leave it, and then you cut all of them, and it makes this cool like fraying effect. So I really like that. I also have to make another one of these, but yeah, that one was really cool to make. This keychain is on the funkier side. I didn't know how to do proper color switches, as well as doing like a better ends on the side, and then also a better loop. So this one is like really, really chunky. I mean, like, hello. It's like a bump. There's like 3 layers to this one, but I really like still how it came out. It isn't as bad as I'm saying it is. But I don't really wear this one a lot because if I wear it, you can't really tell what it is. But I loved making it, and it's for my favorite movie, Back to the Future. It's the license plate of the DeLorean. It says California out of time. I'm such a nerd, but I'm going to explain why the ends, I had them specially with these colors. So basically in the movie, when the DeLorean like drives off, there's like fire trails that the tires leave. And so I basically imitated the tire tracks with these 2 ends with the flame of like the fire. So like the red, the whites, the orange, the yellow. So I just wanted it to have that effect, just to make it more like keepsake and really unique. And I know a lot of people probably are just like, oh, those are probably the colors that match with the license plate. But I just wanted to have something like more special behind this because it is for one of my favorite movies, and I feel like that would be just a really cool like hidden feature for it. This is another one of my chevrons that I made with that old string, that flimsy, really not good string. But I really like this one because I did it for Halloween. Again, along with my other seasonal ones, Halloween colors. I wear it with other outfits. I have a Spirit Halloween shirt that I wear it with, which is like the only other time that I wear it besides Halloween. But yeah, I made this one recently, and it still kind of came out funky, but I do still love it so, so, so much. As you can tell, I'm kind of a nerd for like 80s stuff. So again, another 80s thing that I did was MTV. And another hidden feature that I did was the bass strings. The bass strings, yes, they match the color of the MTV logo, but I wanted it to kind of look like TV static on the end, or like kind of like TV cords sticking out the end. So I kind of made a little frayed, and I did a little knot over here with the leftover yellow string that I had from this, and I think it came out really good. I just too scared to put it in my lunchbox, so I don't want the white to get dirty. So I'll probably put it somewhere in my backpack where it's not going to be touching the ground all the time. This is one of the first times I made this kind of bracelet. I, again, don't know what the name of it is, but I love the color pattern that I chose for this. I think this is the same colors that I saw in the video, but it's really unique, really fun. I love how the stripes and the dots are. It looks like almost like a sweater design, if you really think about it. But yeah, I really like this one as well. This is a zigzag bracelet, but this is the first time I made this one, and I'm like obsessed. Like, just, I don't know, it's just how the colors really like work with each other, and the style of it. It's really unique, and it's like, I just love how like the bumps on the side just like add to it. Like, I don't know, it's just so cool. But I wear this one like all the time, and I chose colors purposely that wouldn't like look dirty if they got dirty. But yeah, this is the first of a pattern that I also made. I didn't make it, but I just made the bracelet. But I forgot really what it's called. I think it's like a wave. They call it a wave bracelet. I'm not sure. But I think this one's really cool. I feel like I could have done like better colors. Like, I feel like this could also work with a very ocean theme with blues to make it really look like waves if you wanted it to. But again, this one was really fun to make. It was a little challenging just because I didn't want the ends to be like all different lengths with the string. But when you do it right, it ends up working out the way it should look. This one's really fun. It's a braid, but you knot the braids. I forgot what this one is called as well, but we're going to ignore that because this looks really cool. This was the first time I made it, so yes, it looks really bad, but Again, this video was just to show my progress, honestly, and all the bracelets that I've made have really had their own story behind them. One of my all-time favorite ones that I've made recently is Snoopy. I don't know, I love it so much, and I still have not put it on my lunchbox yet, because again, I'm really scared that it's gonna get really dirty, and I don't want Snoopy to be like looking like a brown dog. But yeah, just the way, I love the style of the Snoopy. There's other ones on Bracelet Book that show his actual face from the front or from the side, more of like either Joe Cool or he's with Woodstock. But I'm a huge fan of Peanuts, and I'll definitely be making more characters. And I'll probably do like a series where I do bracelets of the characters and post them all in one video. Last but not least, this was in the last video. This is my newest bracelet. It's the hibiscus flowers. I literally am so obsessed with this, and I will be making like more, so many more in different colors. Like, it's so pretty. And this is the first time I've used a triangle end too, and surprisingly it didn't even come out that bad. Like, I genuinely thought it was going to be worse, and it's going to make my pattern all messed up, and it's going to make the edges all messed up. This literally is not only the straightest bracelet I've made, but probably one of the most neat. And still, there's little hiccups here and there. Like, it kind of got indented over here. You can kind of see that a little bit, but this is just showing that all hard work really does pay off. And I kind of procrastinated this as well because I've been really busy, but I got it done, and it's so pretty. And I'm going to be wearing this a lot too in the summer, because I like never wear my bracelets in the winter, because like, come on, when you really think about it, you can't even see it in the sleeve. So when summer comes around, I'm like whipping these out from like left and right. So yeah, so this was the last of the video. As we can see, we've got a huge collection going on here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and let me know down in the comments which one was your favorite.